Hi everyone, wondering if you can hear me. Let me check that mic. Looks like you can. So hi everybody. This is my first live stream YouTube video. And so I'd like to test the audio, but also I'd love to share with you a pranayama, a breathwork opportunity, as well as meditation, which is called Dhyana. It's one of the 8 limbs of the practice of yoga, which are yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. So I think that the breath is really just the gateway to presence, complete attention on what you're doing, which is really just what mindfulness is, so that then maybe we can find space between the thoughts, which is what meditation really is. And I think that we limit ourselves in our meditative practice because the trying is the doing, and continuing to come back to the practice when you get distracted, it really is what meditation practice is. We limit it when we put all these expectations on it, like we're supposed to sit in lotus pose and feel completely at peace and there's no thoughts moving through the mind. And I don't know anyone that experiences that. And you know, that's a wonderful goal, but is it realistic? I was just talking with my friend Holly today, and we were talking about how when we create such discipline around the practices without remembering why we're doing it in the first place, it can be limiting. So the intention of this practice is to just get into our bodies through breathwork or pranayama, and then move through a meditation as well. So I'd like for you to join me, and I'm going to play a meditation track that was made by my partner Stephen Bellm, and I haven't figured out how to loop it yet. So this is the very first take. So find a comfortable position, and you can be seated. If you're seated, you have access to energy or prana around all parts of your body, in the front and the sides and the back. And I have my legs crossed, but you're welcome to stretch your legs out. And I'm seated on a folded blanket. And you can take your blanket and fold it up one more time so that it creates more of an anterior tilt in the pelvis. When you sit on it, you can place your sitting bones just at the edge and then kind of lean forward just a little bit. It almost feels like you're falling off. And that creates a little bit more of an anterior tilt in the pelvis, which will help you to sit up a little bit taller. And if anything is uncomfortable, then change it. You're welcome to sit against the wall, or you can lie down. And I don't recommend lying down all the time because sometimes we get sleepy. So if you can stay awake, great. But sometimes if you fall asleep, it just means that you needed a nap, which is fine. So find the seat and just notice if you have a seated practice, if you have a seat that you always sit in, can you change it just to create different habits in the body and to open up the hips in a different way? Getting ground down through the pelvis, pressing down through the legs. Let's take a moment to roll through the neck, releasing the jaw. Take some deep breaths in through the nose and then exhale through the mouth. And then if you like, you might place one hand near the belly and another hand near the heart. We'll be working with Dirgha Pranayama, which is the 3-part breath. And Dirgha is a word that means long in Sanskrit. So there's 3 chambers of the lungs, but as we breathe in and the diaphragm drops, the belly might expand. So you can feel it move down into the hands, the belly. As you continue to inhale, the ribs can expand and then all the way up into the chest and throat, and pause. And as you exhale, release the chest. So upper lungs, the middle lungs of the rib cage, and then draw the navel back. And resist the urge to lean forward when this is happening. Let's continue to open up, drawing the shoulders back, creating a slight extension in the spine and the upper back, kind of like cobra pose, Bhujangasana, just to counter that rounding forward that we often do. So when you're ready, inhaling, feeling the inhale move all the way down to the lower lungs and letting it rise up to the very top. Pausing at the top, exhale, release back down. Now if you like, let's create a rhythm. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continuing on your own, you might count just mentally. The eyes can be focused on a soft point or closed if that feels good to you. And exhaling, releasing. And when the distractions and the thoughts come, which they will, that's how the mind works, you might come back to that simple sensation of the breath as well as the counting of the breath. A slow 4-count inhale, or maybe less, maybe more. Just allowing the breath to flow freely, exhaling back down the body. Feeling the shoulders melt down, feeling the jaw relax. And then engaging the core ever so slightly, starting with engaging the pelvic floor. Let the spine grow long so that you get more length from the root of the body up to the top of the head. So the root is often referred to as Muladhara chakra, the root energy center, all the way up to the crown chakra, Sahasrara. You can feel the energy move from the root to the crown as you inhale, up to the 3 chambers of the lungs. Exhaling back down. Inhaling, creating a ha sound with the throat. Exhaling, releasing back down. And that ha sound is Ujjayi Pranayama, the victorious breath. You can start with your mouth open first. Same exhale, close your mouth halfway through. You'll feel the breath pull into the back and base of the throat. Again, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling down. I like to swallow at the bottom of the exhale. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling for 5. Exhaling. 4, inhaling. 3. 2. 1. Last inhale, hold the inhale at the top. Hold. Tuck the chin, activating Jalandhara Bandha, which is the chin lock. It'll help you hold the breath more comfortably for a longer period of time. If you like, sip more air in through the mouth and hold that. Swallow. Maybe run your tongue over your teeth. Hold comfortably. And then slowly release through the nose. All the way to the bottom. Drawing the navel up and back. And pull up on the pelvic floor. Activate Mula Bandha. Drawing the navel up toward the ribs is Uddiyana Bandha. So root lock and upward flying lock. And you might feel energy drawing up through the spine, which is called Kundalini Shakti, our creative inspiration energy, that divine energy that can help us to feel our most inspired and most creative. And then release. Inhaling. And then exhale through the mouth and release. You might, if your eyes are closed, you might blink your eyes back open into the space, looking down first. And then let yourself move and stretch a bit. I like to roll my neck just in front of the body, giving yourself some space through the neck and the shoulders and the jaw. And then feel free to stretch out through your legs. You can take your hands behind you, place your feet on the floor, and you might rock through your knees side to side, or you can stretch out through your legs and shake them. Shake, shake, shake. Okay, and then let's recross the legs. There's a few different ways to sit, and one of the first ways is called Sukhasana, meaning easy pose. And you can just allow the legs to rest on the feet, with the feet relaxed kind of like this. Or if you like, there's Siddhasana, where you draw one heel closer to the groin and then the other leg comes in front. And the feet are in more like plantar flexion, so toes just lightly pointed there. And there's also Ardha Padmasana, which is half lotus pose. And you can snuggle the foot just in between the calf and the thigh, which is most comfortable for me. But you could also draw the heel up right on the inside of the pelvic point. So the front protruding hip points are called the ASIS, and that's the front of the ilium. And you could put the heel just kind of right inside of that. Okay, you can do either one, whatever feels good for you. Okay. I like to try this. Okay, I'm gonna give us a little bit more music here. So one of my favorite sounds to meditate with is called a tanpura or a tanpura, and it's an Indian instrument that's made out of a pumpkin gourd, and it can vibrate, the strings on the inside vibrate at a particular pitch. And this is a C note. And in Western music, the C note is corresponding to Muladhara chakra, so the vibration of our root chakra, which is our foundation, our home, our lower body, our connection to the earth and to gravity, and it's responsible for the energy of illumination. So downward flowing prana called Apanavayu can be accessed here at the root of the body. And you can hear the drone, and I'm using this app called iTabla Pro. It's $25 because I use the drum loops as well. There's a free version, I think it's called iTempora Lite, and I'll post that information in our video notes. And I just really like this sound because I travel a lot and don't often have a lot of regularity in my schedule. And so because of that, this is the one thing that I can always have. So I always have my phone with me, usually. And so this is the thing that makes me feel like it's time to relax and it's time to focus. So creating a meditation practice is most effective for longevity when you can have one consistent thread running through. So for me, this is the sound. This is the thing that's consistent. Okay. For you, it might be a space in your home. It might be a time of day. It might be a certain scent, an essential oil or incense or something. And for really amazing essential oils, you can check out my friend Jen Vanderfleet's company called thirdgenerationherbal.com, and I'll post that in the show notes as well. In one of my videos, I use her Woodland Blues oil as a part of my practice. Okay, so we'll move into a meditation practice, or Dhyana. And meditation is the stilling of the mind. So realistically, the mind will run. The mind is designed to work. That's what it does. It needs to quantify, it needs to compartmentalize, it needs to keep us safe, and it needs for us to understand what we've been through, and so that we can have that experience and know whether we can have that experience again and be safe or not. So the mind is just designed to question everything. So let's just have some gratitude for that and know that that is a good thing, and allow the mind to work. And let's just use that power, that immense power that the mind has, as a tool for meditation. So what I mean is, you will get distracted and you will forget what you're doing, and that is what we can meditate upon. That can become the object of our meditation. Okay? So we are the person that is meditating, and then the focus of our meditation is the object of our meditation. So maybe that object is, excuse me, maybe you're getting some sensation in your legs. Maybe there's a sound around that, outside the room or inside the room. Whatever is distracting you, basically, can be part of your meditation practice. And in that moment, you could just have a perspective of, oh, what a wonderful thing it is to notice the dog barking next door, or my leg itching. And you can choose to act on those bodily sensations or not. And often, if you sit with something long enough, it will change and it will move. We're just so designed to be fidgety because our body will try to keep us from relaxing, because it's hard work. It takes the human being about 20 minutes of concentrated effort to start to relax. So let's just do our best, okay? We'll do a simple meditation where I'll guide you, and I'll guide you through some breath. And then once we start getting going, I'll ask you some questions, and these are just meant for contemplation. And perhaps afterward, or maybe later tonight or something, you could journal if something really important comes up for you. Often this is a nice way for us to check in and to really find clarity of what's important on that particular day. Okay, so it's nice when we meditate to have a particular amount of time that we can commit to, so that we don't have to worry that we're going to be late to an obligation, or that we forget about our kids, or we will not be as efficient in our day and as helpful as possible. So you could have a little egg timer, or you could get a little sand timer that you turn over, and then after that your meditation can be done. I like to, on my app that we're using, the iTablet Pro, it has the amount of time that you've been meditating. Sometimes I'll just set a timer, and soon I'll have some meditations on Insight Timer, which is a great free app where you can choose the amount of time that you want to meditate. So that's great, check it out. I'll post that in our video notes as well. So taking a comfortable seat, maybe rock back and forth on the seat, creating some posterior and anterior tilt in the pelvis, letting the lumbar spine come into extension and flexion slightly, and then find neutral so that you can grow up out of that space. Let's shrug the shoulders to the ears and then roll them back down. Feel free to clear your throat or to cough. And then you can drop your gaze, or you can just close your eyes. So coming back into our meditative space, we begin working with sensation. So I invite you to notice how it feels to breathe in and to breathe out. Notice if you can allow your belly to soften and to be full, to give yourself more space for breathing. Start to tap into a more rhythmic breath. Samavritti Pranayama is equal inhale and equal exhale. And we worked with that before, inhaling to the count of 4 and exhaling back down. So if that worked for you, please continue that, inhaling, counting up, exhaling, counting down. You might notice the sound of my voice. As we move through our meditation, you might notice that you lose track of my voice. This is normal. Try not to allow yourself to become agitated. Just know that you'll come in and out of awareness. Become aware of a sensation in the body, maybe in the legs, maybe in the spine, the belly, the heart. And perhaps you say mentally, noticing leg twitching or whatever it is. Just noticing. Without identifying completely with the sensation, we can notice it. And if as you move through your meditation practice, if a sensation becomes so intense that you can't focus on anything else, I invite you to tend to the needs of your body quickly and gently, and then come back into your meditation. It's normal for the legs and the feet to fall asleep. So we experiment with different seats every time we come into meditation. If you like, imagine connecting now with your soul, the highest part of you. Let's ask our soul, what do we need to know? In this moment, what do we need to know? You might notice that you hear an answer, or perhaps you just have a knowing, or maybe you experience bodily sensations. You might hear sounds, you might see a visual, perhaps colors. Just notice what came up for you when we ask the question, what do I need to know? What is most important right now? And then moving all the way from the root of the body up to the crown of the head. I invite you to begin to notice a warm sensation at the top of the head. Perhaps visualizing that you can receive heat and light down from the top. and that your energy is rushing up from the earth, up through your body to reach the crown. Now visualizing rays of warm golden light from the crown, Sahasrara, our divine connection, where divinity enters our body. May we be clear, may we be open. May we be guided. And experience that warmth beginning to move down behind the eyes to the forehead, Ajna Chakra, the third eye. Feeling warm in the forehead, behind the eyes. Honoring the wise one within you, your wisest self coming in as intuition. And continuing to softly breathe, notice that warm light moving down to the ears and the throat and the base of the throat. Vishuddha Chakra, our communication center. Taking that information of what we need to know today in as our intuitive selves. How can we translate this into speaking? Hearing the truth, hearing that message, and clarifying it and speaking compassionately with the people that we come in contact with every day in a nonviolent way. Speaking up for what our needs are and honoring the needs of others. And that warmth moves down to the heart. I invite you to imagine a warm, pulsating light at the center of the chest, Anahata Chakra, feeling unconditional love for everything that you think, say, and do. Unconditional love. You might say to your mind, thank you for judging me. Thank you for wanting the best for me. If it serves you, you might even put one or both hands at the space of your heart, honoring your sweetness and that connection to love. That is your true nature, our true nature collectively. And that warmth moves down to the solar plexus, to Manipura Chakra, just above the navel, a warm, sunny light radiating at the center of the body, your power center, your ability to manifest your dreams as they are already being put into motion right now. I believe in myself because I have faith in myself. I trust the guidance that comes from my soul. And I take care of my body so that I have the energy to put into working toward my dreams. I work towards my soul's purpose, my Dharma. And then moving down from the solar plexus into the second chakra, from Swadhisthana, the sacral chakra, the sexual chakra, the very bottom bone of the spine. Our sensuality, our sexuality, our personality, our feelings and our emotions processed through bodily sensation as a means of connecting with ourselves and with one another. Sometimes birthing projects or our own children, or our ability to care for others' children, our maternal or paternal instincts. If you like saying to yourself, I deserve the love I so freely give others. I must receive so that I can give. And then feeling that warmth travel back down to the root, Muladhara, your connection to the earth, to your home, to your foundation. I invite you to bring one hand down to the root, feeling the warmth at the root of the body, and then up to the crown of the head with the other hand, capping it off, Sahasrara. You might notice that you are a clear channel of that beautiful energy moving back and forth from the root of your body up to the crown of your head. You are filled with energy. You are full of life. You are radiant. You are healthy. You are strong. You are beautiful. And you are capable of anything that you can desire. Slowly remove the hands and bring them together to rub the hands together. Get them warm. And then lay them over your eyes and cup out the light and receive that heat. Take some deep breaths. Maybe through the mouth. And then maybe keeping the eyes closed, you might move the hands down to the cheeks, maybe to the throat. Just anywhere on the body that needs your healing touch. And taking a moment of honor and gratitude and blessing. May our practices be to the benefit of all beings. About to you. Namaste. Take your time walking back up. Usually at this point I like to stretch out my legs. Again, it's totally normal for your legs to fall asleep. And if you experience that, perhaps you just want to sit up a little bit higher so that your hips are higher than the level of your knees. Because then, if that's the case, then the blood can flow down to the feet with ease. So what I mean is, if your legs look like this and your knees are up higher than your hips, then prop yourself up so that it can be the opposite. If you have any questions or if you have any feedback, please let me know. I'd love to answer any questions that you have about any of these practices. Thanks for practicing with me. I have plenty of other videos for us to learn about yogic philosophy together in that 8-limbed practice. So if you would like to subscribe to my channel, I can make more videos. And after February 17th, I'll be coming on at least once a week for some free live YouTube classes so that we can join together wherever we are in the world. So please feel free to leave me suggestions, reach out. My website is narayanishakti.com. I'll post that in our video notes as well. Again, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. See you soon.